All right, welcome your training in mental fortitude. It begins right now, so pay close attention. These lessons that are about to follow, they're designed to forge you into someone truly unbreakable. Just look around you for a minute. What do you see? You'll see that most people are basically slaves to their environment. They're triggered by a careless word. They're crushed by a single setback. They're just emotionally reactive. But true strength, that's not some loud display of power. No, it's a quiet, internal fortress. It's unshakable. And that's the state we're going to cultivate. So our first lesson is absolutely the most critical one. You have to understand, deeply understand, that the real battlefield isn't the chaotic world out there. It's the one right inside your own mind. We call this your inner citadel. External events, they have no inherent power over you. None. An insult, a crisis, a failure, these are just circumstances. The only thing that truly matters, the only thing that can actually harm you, is your response to them. And that response, that's the one thing in the entire universe that is under your total control. See the contrast here? The average person's battlefield is all external. They're constantly wrestling with chaos, getting caught up in insults, worrying about outcomes. Your battlefield, though, is internal. You focus on your calm, your response, your actions. This is the fundamental shift you absolutely must make. This whole principle, it has a name. It's called the dichotomy of control. And really, it's a discipline of radical focus. You're going to learn to pour every single ounce of your energy into what you can control, your actions, your thoughts. And you'll practice acceptance for everything else. Now, this is not weakness. Make no mistake. This is the source of immense power. Okay, so once your inner citadel is secure, that's when you can engage with the world without becoming its puppet. And this requires an armor of what we call indifference. Not because you don't care, but because you simply cannot be manipulated. So many people, they trade their future power for this cheap validation in the present moment. They just crave praise. You have to overcome this. You're going to reach a state where a compliment doesn't inflate your ego because your sense of worth, it's generated internally. You don't need a crowd to tell you that you're winning. And there is a kind of beautiful symmetry to this discipline, because once you're free from needing praise, you also become immune to the sting of hate. Think about it. If an external opinion can't build you up, well, then it can't tear you down either. Criticism will become like arrows just bouncing harmlessly right off your armor. This is a big one. You have to learn when to engage and when to withdraw. If you find you're not valued, don't argue, don't plead. You just withdraw your energy. Walking away isn't a loss. It's an act of self-mastery. It's a strategic move to protect your peace. And now for our final lesson. True strength. It has its own language, and it's rarely spoken with words. It's demonstrated through deliberate silence, through unshakable stillness and decisive action. Silence. That is your tool. While everyone else is draining their energy in pointless arguments, you will learn to rise in silence. The truth doesn't need a constant defense. Your results, they'll do all the talking for you. You know, the weak, they beg to be understood. The strong, they simply live. You have to stop feeling the need to justify your decisions to people who haven't earned a voice in your life. Move without asking for permission. This very mystery creates an authority that others will feel, but they won't be able to define it. And all this inner control, it starts to manifest physically. You'll learn to move slowly, with intention. You'll hold eye contact, not with aggression, but with a quiet confidence. You'll just radiate a calm, unshakable center, without that need for a constant nervous smile. Your very presence will become your statement. So let's be crystal clear. These are not traits you're born with. They are disciplines. They're muscles that you have to build through continuous daily practice. This is the path to mastery, and your journey forward, it begins again every single morning. Never ever forget the essential principle of your training. Your mind is a fortress. It's the last and only ground that you command absolutely. As long as you maintain command of your thoughts, you are, for all practical purposes, invincible. By mastering these lessons, you are cultivating a resilience that is far, far stronger than the vast majority of people out there. You're choosing to operate on a completely different plane. So I'll leave you with a final challenge. The real work, it's done when no one is watching. It's won in those quiet moments of choice, in the dark. The path is laid out right in front of you, and the choice, as always, is yours. So, what's it going to be?